everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On our show today, we're welcoming the folks from the Downtown Lions Club here in Ventura County. My guests today are President Domonique Gray and also the first Vice President of the organization, John Youngerman. Thank you both for joining us on the show today. And I'm very excited to hear more about the Downtown Lions Club and all that you do for folks here. So Domonique, let's start with you. Tell us about when the organization started and what you do for folks here.
Well, thank you for having us. Ventura Downtown Lions Club started in April of 1923.
Okay.
I am the 96th president of the club. We've never had a repeat president, which is pretty neat.
All right.
And what we do is go out in the community, we raise money, and we give it all back. Every dollar goes back in for a variety of different things, for eyeglasses, for health care. We have given quite a bit of money to the hospitals in town for a neonatal retinal eye camera, schools, scholarships, all kinds of stuff.
Wonderful. And everybody is a volunteer.
Everybody is a volunteer. Every single person volunteers their time.
Wonderful. John, how many members do you have in your local chapter here?
Wonderful. Right now we're at 143 members.
Okay.
Every year there's a few that move away for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
It's not a good fit. But every year we bring in many more members because it's so easy to talk to your friends and people that you know and say, I'm doing something on Saturday at a beach cleanup, do you want to join me? And once people find out what we're doing and how we're making a difference, I think it helps us grow.
And how exactly do you bring in new members? Is it on a volunteer basis that everybody comes first to volunteer and then learns more about the Lions Club, or how exactly does that work?
Yeah, I mean, we're all Lions are considered to be potential sponsors. So it's not a secret. We want to tell people what we're doing and how we're making a difference in the community, and encourage people who have a heart to serve to join us, because we believe that together we're better. And
I love that slogan. That's great. I think the world needs a slogan like that. We really do. That makes a big difference here in our local community as well. Domonique, let's talk about how you support the community. You mentioned a few things already, but let's start with the children and adults who do receive eye exams and eyeglasses. Maybe you can go on to that a little bit.
So we go into schools and do eye exams for elementary aged kids.
Okay.
We also have a eye clinic that we partner with the Salvation Army on, that is open every Tuesday from 9 to 11 downtown, that anybody can walk in. They can be seen for free with for an eye exam and get glasses, which is pretty neat. And that's our eyepiece right there.
So do you partner with the local schools for this?
Correct.
Okay.
So we'll reach out to the school districts, to the health offices, and go into the school and do an eye exam.
Nice. And the kids really benefit from that, I would assume, John. Yeah, that's a big thing.
You can imagine not knowing that your second grader does or doesn't have a serious vision problem.
Sure.
And the Lions are committed to eye health and vision. And so what we are saying is, if there are conditions out there that are treatable, let's find them early, and in that way help help ensure that no child is blind for a variety of reasons.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, terrific. I know that you also donate to quite a few other organizations and work in partnership with a lot of other organizations. Let's hear about that too.
We do. We have donated quite a bit of money to the local hospital. We gave them $50,000 a few years ago for a neonatal retinal eye camera for children.
Nice.
We did a collaborative with all the other clubs in the Ventura County area. We raised $100,000. We went to Lions Club International, got a matching grant of $100,000 and gave them $200,000 in order to open up 9 diabetes clinics, which are well in the works now throughout the county. So that's pretty important.
It is.
We give money in scholarships to high school kids so that they can go to college. Lots of different things.
John, I also know that you partner with the Boys here in town with the Boy Scout troops.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that too.
Oh, we're really excited. Troop 119, we have a relationship with them. I think it's through a lion in our club. And that's the beauty of being a Lion. You bring community needs to your club. So here we have a Lion who says Troop 119 really needs some support.
Okay.
So let's get those kids in here, find out what they're doing, how Boy Scouts are making a difference in their lives, and be supportive of that. So we're honored to support Troop 119.
Right. Now, you were mentioning that you contribute to the local high schools for scholarships as well. So I wanted to talk about that. How exactly does that work, and who benefits from the scholarship program?
So we have an East County, West County high school football game, so it's all seniors. It happens once a year in January. Coaches pick the students that would come through. We get them jerseys, and we have it over at Ventura College. We sell hot dogs, and it's a lot of fun. And then kids along throughout the process, coming up to the day of the game, they apply for scholarships, and we go through and choose 4 different scholarships, and I think we've increased it to 8 this year that are $500 a piece.
That's a big help. Big help. And you also do a banquet for them as well.
We do. We do a banquet 2 weeks earlier, which brings all the kids, coaches, parents together. We do that at St. Bonaventure, and
Nice.
that's a pretty fun event as well.
That's great. Yeah, I am really intrigued how you really support the community with such great effort of donations. It's a tough feat to get to that point. How do you get your funding, and how do you achieve that?
Well, our 2 biggest fundraisers are our golf tournament in the fall and our crab feast in the spring. So if you've heard anything about the crab feast, it's a huge day at the Ventura Fairgrounds. Takes over one of the hangars, and we have literally hundreds of people paying to get in, where you get the old-fashioned seafood boil brought to your table, and you have this big all-you-can-eat crab dinner, and you have an opportunity to look at silent and live auction items, and the bidding on that is what gets really excited and competitive, and through that we raise a lot of money, and like I say, all that money goes right back into the community.
Which is so important, because then so many people can benefit from all the work that you've done. Now, you mentioned the golf tournament. What does that involve? The same thing then? Everybody comes and participates in that, and that money also goes to the community.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we found that a lot of us were golfing, and if you're going to get a foursome together and play a round of golf, why not pay a little extra, have fun, have a banquet-style dinner afterward, and at the end of the day, 100 golfers have come together and raised a lot of money, and that money goes to important places. You know, when we had the Thomas fires a year and 3/4 ago, it was devastating, and it took money to help people out, and we were proud that we could jump right in and say, you know, how can we help? And so when the Botanical Gardens said, we've got a problem here, and can you help us? We were able to write a check and make some of their problems go away. So we have fun raising money, and we enjoy giving it right back to the community that's been so good to us.
Now, do you also work with corporations or federal grants or local grant money? Any of that come into your organization?
No.
So it's all
Lions
raising
Club,
the money on your own.
That's right. Lions Club International is first on scene. So whether it's a hurricane or a wildfire, they're going to be right there saying, how can we help? And it's all of our little clubs that contribute to that on a daily basis so that they can do that difficult work. And when we have a cause that's greater than us, we can go back to our international organization and ask for help.
So when somebody comes into your organization and wants to be a part of it, what are some of the things that you do together as a group? I know that you have meetings and things, but do you make decisions on where the help is going to go, or how does that come about?
We meet the first 3 Thursdays of the month at the Derby Club in Ventura, and anyone is welcome at any point in time to come and just have a visit and come to lunch. So we do lunches, and we have team building and fellowship at that point. We have speakers that come in a variety of different ways, and normally there's somebody who's looking for assistance, and so we hopefully can write a check if the board is so inclined. And then lots of different service activities around the community. John mentioned earlier Surfrider Beach cleanup, and so we help with that. We do barbecues all over the community for a variety of different things. We're getting ready to do a barbecue for 100 people that is for veterans and CHP.
Nice.
We have
Very
another barbecue that's coming up earlier than that one for 250 veterans in the harbor.
So the public is invited to those types of events to come and
Absolutely.
join in and help your organization raise money for others. which
Everyone
very
is
good.
welcome.
That's nice. That's great. And how did both of you become part of the organization?
Go ahead.
Because somebody asked.
Nice. Okay, that's what it takes.
And I was reluctant at first because I just thought it was going to be a bunch of old people.
Okay.
And I didn't necessarily want to go, but I went and I had a great time. And I went back again 2 weeks later and I joined.
It's
and
great to network with everybody.
Oh my
here in
gosh,
the
I
county.
have, I am like, I love it. It is my family.
That's
It's just
great.
a
That's
fantastic
good to
place to
hear.
be. The people they all have a heart to serve, and it's just wonderful to be around them.
And that's your organization saying we serve better together.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has a good time working together to help others, which is
Right.
very important. And John, I want to hear how you became involved as well.
My cousin and I started a business in Ventura in 1993, and after 20 years or so, we were thinking, how can we better give back to the community? So it's easy for an individual or a small business to sponsor student athletes and
Sure.
put an ad in the Nutcracker program and things like
Yeah.
that. But when you join 140 other people who want to do something, now all of a sudden you're part of $80,000 back to the community this year instead of $1,500. So we thought it was a great vehicle for us to give back to a community that's been so supportive of us.
Good.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. So what are some of the things you look forward to doing in the future? We'll start with you, Dominique.
Well, we have 4 major barbecues coming up. 3 of them were sold at Crab Feast, which is one of the ways that we raise money.
Right.
So we also have, well, let me see, what do we have? We have the barbecues, we've got Surfrider coming up, we've got the football game that's coming up, we've got the golf tournament that's coming up.
We have a
There's lots of
holiday
things.
home tour
Nice.
in December.
That's new for us this
Okay.
year.
And we had some people come to us and say, hey, how about if we went to some Thomas Fire rebuilding families and
Great
said,
idea.
are you ready to open up your home?
Nice. Great
And we
idea.
could sell tickets and raise money, and it's great. It gives families a chance to, to heal and open up their home, and for us to share in those architectural choices that they've made.
Right.
So that's going to be really exciting.
That's going to be on December 8th.
Wonderful.
And
We're
we're partnering with Ventura Land Trust on that.
That's great.
We really want, I know Domonique's really interested in animal care, and so we're looking at the opportunities to help sponsor animal rescue associations in our area. That's probably something that we really haven't spent a lot of time doing before.
Okay.
But it takes different people. So when each individual lion comes and says, hey, there's a problem, the 2nd grade class doesn't have enough basketballs,
Right.
well, let's get involved in basketballs. So I really don't care if it's basketballs or boarding kennels or a barbecue or anything. It's still a way of finding a need and filling it.
Right, and
it
helping
feels great.
people here in the local community,
That's
making a difference,
Making
which
a
is what you're
difference.
doing and have been doing for many years.
Well, and it was a fun day when we gave 50 basketballs to the
Wow.
to the community center down off the avenue, because it was something that those kids wouldn't otherwise have.
And you know what? They'll remember that for a long
Yeah,
time.
it was neat.
They're going to be future members someday.
Yeah.
Well, we have that. We had a member join. He's in the military, came down from Alaska,
that's
got
great.
down here and said, where's there a Lions Club? Because I remember, needing my first pair of glasses, and Lions were there to help.
And
So-
that is such a special memory. That's very
Yeah.
important. So good for both of you for being a part of such a very helpful organization.
Yeah, well, I think we
Very
just
good.
represent the larger club. They do great work.
Right. Do you have a website that you can share with us for people to get more information?
Yep. It is Ventura Downtown Lions.org,
Okay.
and we're easy to find online, and we try and update our calendar with service opportunities,
Great.
contact information. We welcome people to find us.
And we hope they will.
Great.
We're going to direct them to your website now, and we'll get some more volunteers in there.
Excellent.
Terrific. Well, thank you both, Domonique Gray and John Youngerman from the Ventura Downtown Lions Club, for being a part of our show today. We really appreciate it. And I wish you much luck with the organization.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for joining us today on OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.